lot of us here, so welcome. I think this is an awesome opportunity to learn about one of the major vital behaviors of a coach. I met Jennifer last year at Super Saturday up in Middletown, and I worked out next to her, didn't know her. I'm not her sponsor, I'm just a friend, a coach, and we met and just kind of connected. You'll find that especially this month with the Fall Classic and the push on a success partner, find someone that you connect with and that you can relate to, something in common. And Jennifer and I kind of connected and just chatted the past couple months back and forth. And for no other reason other than we want each other to succeed and do well and have something to feed off of. So am I frozen or am I okay? Everything's frozen there.
You're good.
I'm good?
Yeah.
Okay. So thanks, Jennifer. The other Jennifer. So last week, Jennifer reached out to me and asked me if I invited. And I thought I should give her the correct coach answer, but I gave her the answer truly that I did not really invite. And eventually that warm sale ends, meaning the people that reach out to you and ask you about the programs eventually dries up. You're done. That soft sale, the people that you connect with are done reaching out to you. So she says to me, do you invite? In that, she said to me, one of the 3 vital behaviors is to invite, invite, invite. And without that, the success of a true coach, you never see that. You never truly see the ultimate, the aha coach, because that vital behavior is not around. So she decided to go into the back office, and she's going to explain it and share with us a little bit about how we invite, and how the invite process, that is probably one of the hardest behaviors that we're supposed to do every day. Invite, 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 meaning 3 invites a day gets us to the success we need to be. So we spoke last week, and she shared a little bit about how successful she was in a short amount of time from simply reaching out to others. I was awed by it. I hope you will be too. So Jennifer, when you're ready, we all want to hear how this worked for you and what we can do then to start inviting and get out of our own way. And I say that personally because I know I'm in my own way of success when it comes to inviting and sharing this. So I think you'll all really benefit from this call. So go ahead, Jennifer. When you're ready.
Hi, guys. I know you know that I'm a new coach. I've only been a coach for 6 months. I'm an Emerald coach, and like Tricia said, I did pretty well in the beginning. I had Success Club 5. There's a lot of echoing. Somebody's not muted. I had Success Club 5, 3 months, not consecutive, and I was pretty happy, but what that was really were family members and friends and people I was already Facebook friends with that had interest. And when I would post my challenge group, they would contact me. I wasn't contacting anyone. It was all them commenting, asking me for information. It was coming easy. And then the summer got a little harder. In August, I really didn't have that much. And then September came, and I posted my challenge group, and I heard crickets, and like, something's wrong, you know, like nobody's responding. I know that invite, invite, invite is one of the vital behaviors, and my version of inviting was to post my challenge groups. That's what I thought we were supposed to do as far as inviting, was post our challenge groups. So that's what I was doing. And then I kept researching and finding out, well, we're supposed to invite every day. And I'm thinking, well, how do I invite every day? We're only supposed to really post a challenge group like once or twice a week. And so I can't post my challenge group every day. So I started researching, And then Carl Deichler had made a post about the $100 bills. And I was reading the comments and seeing how people were selling and had Success Club 100 in 2 weeks and all these like astronomical Success Club points. And I'm like, how are they doing this? It doesn't even seem humanly possible. Like, how do you have that many Success Club points? And this was the week before the end of the month, and I had a big fat 0. And I am a very positive person normally, and I'm very spiritual, and I believe in positivity and the law of attraction, and I try very hard to always be positive, but I actually got really down, and I'm like, is this really what I'm supposed to be doing? Something is wrong. I'm not doing something right. I got really depressed one day, and I started, looking into it, and I looked at the business activity tracker, said we're supposed to invite every day. It led me to the back office. I started looking at the 5-step invitation process. I didn't like it. It was salesy. It didn't sound like me. It didn't sound real. I also read Go Pro. If you're a new coach and you haven't read it, I highly recommend it because part of the process I got from that book. And that was the first day I started inviting. I mean, also I have to say I have a couple success partners. I have Dave Mitchell. We're doing the Fall Classic together. He's great, and I love him. I think you're on here, Dave. I don't know where you are. And Trisha, I talked to. I love Trisha. She's a really good friend. And I also have my girlfriend, Samantha. I don't know if you guys know Andrew Berger, who's a coach under me. And his wife, Samantha, is a unique representative. She's been my best friend since we're 12 years old. And she's one of my success partners. And I love her to death. And we talk to each other all the time about our business. They're totally different businesses, but they're both network marketing. And she gets different training from different people in her company. And I called her when I was depressed because she's my best friend. And I said, I'm not doing something right. And I said, I'm so afraid. And she was the one who even got me to start adding Facebook friends. I wasn't adding Facebook friends. I finally became public, but I was afraid to add friends. So I started adding friends about 3 weeks ago. I think I actually have almost 100 friends more than what I had when I started. And then she said, well, I told her I wasn't inviting. She says, what do you mean you're not inviting? I said, I'm posting my challenge group. She's like, you have to invite people every day. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, message them, invite them. I'm like, are you crazy? I'm afraid to do that. I'm afraid they're going to think I'm suggesting they need to lose weight. I'm afraid they're going to say no. I'm afraid they're going to think it's annoying. I had all these fears, and my fears were really are what the other person is going to think. And she's like, Jennifer, what is the worst that's going to happen? They're going to say no, they're not interested. And that's fine. And you move on and you invite somebody else. And I was so nervous, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to invite somebody. And I invited 3 people. And I was so proud of myself, and I called Samantha, and I'm like, I invited 3 people. She's like, that's it, girl. You better get on that phone and invite 2 more people. She's like, I invite 5 people every day. I'm like, 5 people every day? Oh, my God. Okay, I'm going to do it. So I did, and I invited 5 people, and I sold the challenge pack. First time I did it, and I was like in awe, and I was using the 5-step invite process in the back office. I didn't like that I kind of reworded a little bit, and I personalized the beginning with, hi, how are you? How are the kids? It was somebody I haven't seen in like 12 years, guys. I haven't even talked to her in 12 years. I really miss you guys. How is everything in Florida? And then I copy and paste my invite. And she messaged me back how great everything was. And she's like, you know what? She's like, I have a trainer and I go to the gym 2 days a week. And she's like, I still have 11 pounds to lose. So she's like, yeah, tell me more about it. Give me some more information. I was like, oh, great. I'm like, oh, this actually works. I was like pretty proud of myself. And I was like, the pressure and the fear and the stress that I had like all built up inside of me because I was just so afraid what somebody's response was going to be was like totally lifted and gone. And I'm a nervous person, guys. I was shaking. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm doing this. Because, it's been 6 months and I haven't done that. So and my girlfriend told me, she's like, the first time is going to be hard when you do it. She's like, but I promise you that it's going to get easier. And it did. And I was like, not afraid anymore, especially once you get that first person that buys something from you and responds to you. And I have not gotten one negative response. The worst that has happened is that I don't get a response, but I have found that not everybody has instant messenger app for Facebook. Not everybody checks their messages. And sometimes they don't see their messages till they get to their computer. So I have had people contact me 3-4 days after, and I think they're ignoring me, but they just didn't see my message. So I was like, I can't believe this is working. I called Trisha, and I'm like, because I didn't like that 5-step process, and I wanted to know what she did. So I called her. Oh, mute yourself. Who's that?
Thank you. Thank you.
God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I called Trisha and we started talking about inviting, and she felt a lot of the same ways that I did, the same kind of fear, like just not wanting to reach out and personally message people and ask them to join a challenge group or the business for that matter. So we talked about it, and I said, this is what I've been doing, and I told her. And I said, somebody bought something from me and it was working. I really didn't like it. So next thing I knew, Trisha had done her researching, and I am an honorary member of her team. So I'm in her team group, and she posted a master invite call that Caleb Thomas did, who I love. If you guys are new and you don't know Caleb Thomas, you should follow him because he's amazing and he cares about other coaches, and he posts these really great videos, and he's just great. I had never seen this call before because it must have been before I started following him or before I became a coach. And it was great. He has a little bit of a different method. He likes to voice record himself. I'm not into that, but what I did was I listened to that call and I just kept rewinding and fast forwarding and rewinding until I wrote everything down that he did. And I personalized it, made it my own, and that is the invite that I've been using. I have been reaching out to people. Some people, I do it different with everyone. Some people, I say, hi, how are you? The baby is adorable. I love seeing all the pictures. And then I'll copy and paste my invite. And they always pretty much get back to me. They never seem bothered or upset. Either they're, maybe doing something else and not ready. Guys, I have in 5 days, 17 people that are getting back to me, that answered, that are interested, that are looking at the videos I'm sending them, and they're going to get back to me, to where I had nothing. I had 0 Success Club points. I started inviting the Friday before the end of the month. Sunday was when I made the first sale of the first challenge pack, and then Monday I did all the rest the last day of the month. And it was all from inviting. If I didn't invite, if I didn't message people, if I didn't reach out to people, I would have had no Success Club points, and I wound up with 8. So it works. It's hard to do at first because I think everybody has that fear that somebody's going to, what the person's going to think of them, if they're going to offend them. And I just think this invite is worded so nicely that it's not offensive at all. You're inviting them to something. You're letting them know that it may not be for them, but if it is, awesome. And if they're interested, you'd love to give them more information. And it goes over really well. And there is a way to go about it. It's not just the invite, but it's how to deal with them once they answer you. Once they say, yes, I'm invited, I want more information, or how much is it? And I learned a lot in the last week because it's my first full week of inviting, and I've gotten good at not telling anybody how much it is, because most people, when they hear 160 or 180 or whatever, they don't realize what they're getting. There's no value on that. They just hear that price and they don't want to hear it. But what I do is after I send the invite and after they tell me, they're interested, or some just come right out and say, well, how much is it? I say, well, it depends what you want to do. It depends what you need, what you want to do. Can I send you a video? And it's 2 minutes long. Just check it out. If you think it's something that you're interested in, by all means, please let me know and we can go from there, and I'll be happy to give you more information. And I send them the video. That, Trisha, by the way, that video that you showed me is in the back office, and it's updated to where it says that the shipping is $2. The one on YouTube that I had found, that they said it was free shipping. But anyway, it's all in the back office. I send that have you ever felt like this video that explains what a challenge group is. If we had spoke about a specific group I'm doing, like I'm doing a 21-day fix right now, I'll send them along with that the promo to the 21-day fix. I wait for them to get back to me. And I also tell them, I say, if you have time, look at it tonight. If I don't hear from you, I'll contact you tomorrow. I'll send you a message and see what you thought. So I don't end it where I just send them that video and that's it. I kind of let them know that I want to talk to them again, whether it's later that night or I send them a message in the morning. And everybody's really good about it. I mean, everybody that I send information to, they usually get back to me within a couple of days. And then when it comes down to the price, it's so weird. Like it's almost like they're not that worried about it anymore. Once they see the videos, once they see what a challenge group is and what they're getting, and once they see the promo for the workout, I've had people not even bring up the price again to me and just say, okay, I want to do it. And they don't even know how much it is yet, where they were asking me how much it was when the conversation started. So my business has made a complete 360 to where I was not inviting anyone. I had a fear. I didn't think it was anything I was ever going to do. I wish that I had started doing this 6 months ago, but everything happens for a reason. And I've learned a lot. And I've kind of perfected my way about doing things. And, you also have to form the whole relationship, building it. It's so true and it's so important. And I'm every day reaching out to people, and I'm commenting on their pictures, and I'm liking their posts, and I'm messaging them, not about Beachbody, just reaching out and saying, hey, I haven't seen you in so long, how are you? Or the baby is so beautiful, your kids are getting so big. And I don't bring up Beachbody. If it's somebody that I'm not close to, I haven't talked to in a while, I will start with a message just trying to connect with them. And you'd be surprised how fast they start liking and commenting on all your Beachbody stuff once you've reached out to them and you started building that relationship. And I have a friend that it's kind of a good example, that she is somebody that bought a challenge pack on Monday, and she wanted to know what the price was one of her first questions. And I wanted her to know what she was getting. I wanted her to see the videos. I didn't tell her the price. I sent her the videos, and she said, okay, I want to do it. Not only did she want to do it, but I got her on the phone and she signed up as a coach. So that just shows that you just got to avoid throwing the prices out there. And I know, and I did it myself, and I know it's hard. People ask you and you just want to tell them how much it is. And you just got to kind of work around that and avoid it until the very end. After they have all their information and they're still asking, you let them know how much it is, but this is what you're getting, your 30-day supply of Shakeology, you're getting your workout, you're getting to be in my challenge group, you're getting in our team's accountability group, and everything is money back guarantee. So there's nothing to lose. And it's just, I'm glad that I found inviting, and I've been talking to other coaches on the side, have been contacting me, and I've been helping on the side, and they're having success with it. I've told them they asked me what I've been doing. I told them, and I'm just really glad. I hope that everybody kind of gets something from this, and I hope I didn't really leave anything out. I might have. But if anybody has, I guess, any questions.
Awesome call. I already have a question. How do you choose who you are inviting to? I've told my team, start with the A's, start with the B's, start with the C's, but there has to be what made you choose those people that you first invited to on Friday? Why did you, okay, go ahead, go.
This is who I've invited. I don't know if you guys can see.
Okay, but how did you find out of your list?
Trisha, I am not an organized person, and I went into my friend list and I clicked friends, and whoever showed up first on my list, I didn't really, I just pretty much, anybody, you know what, I started, because there were people I skipped here and there when I looked at my friend list, and I pretty much started with people that I already had a little bit of a relationship with. Although Nancy, who bought from me, that was somebody I contacted Friday, I haven't talked to her, I haven't seen her, spoken to her in like 12 years, except for Facebook. But somebody that like normally interacted with me, that's somebody that normally, and not Beachbody stuff, but normally just likes my post once in a while, or we have some kind of conflict. Because right now I'm adding so many friends that I don't even know, like some of them I have no idea who they are. Like literally I was looking at a friend and it said we had 10 friends in common and it had somebody's name. I'm like, I'm friends with that person? It's bad, but I didn't know I was friends with that person. Those kind of people I am not inviting, that I absolutely have no relationship with yet. Those, to me, those are the people that I'm working on building relationships with. My new invites, new friends that I've added, not invites, new friends I've added, that's my group that I'm going into. It's so many people. I'm doing 2 to 3 a day, and I'm going on their Facebook and I'm checking them out and I'm liking and commenting on things I'm interested in, and I'm building those relationships, and the people I already have relationships with are the ones that I'm inviting.
So you never judge someone by, oh, they wouldn't be into this, or they already do this, or you just invited, because that's what I have trouble with. I assume Mary would not want this. Mary already goes to this, or Mary doesn't need what I have. Never underestimate who might want this, who is interested in what we do. So I absolutely love what you did the entire week. I truly, people are going to want to see a little bit of a script. Do you all agree? Like everybody kind of wants to see, yes? Okay, myself included, like we want to see a little bit of what the wording is. I will post the Caleb Thomas video that is old school that I use. Guys, what I do literally is I go to YouTube and I find the coaches that I relate to, and most of them have videos. They have training videos. And I literally click on what the invite process, and I find them and I look at their video. Caleb strikes me as an entertainer. He's not just that, he trains us, and we're not underneath him. So I've listened to many of his new videos. In this was an old school, probably last year. He's a newbie coach, guys. He's not all that yet. And he invites, like literally he shared him and he video chats, but the video, his invite is real. He literally has a script, and that's what I shared on my page, and Jennifer took it and went. I didn't, she did. So yay, Jennifer, because he was Emerald, Dana. Like he's comes across as an extremely successful coach because he's not afraid of whatever we are or I am. So his invite process, and he literally has a binder. He has a sheet. I'll post a video of how he does this. And he starts out just like Jennifer did with conversation and building that relationship, and then he goes into a script. Many times he doesn't get a response. Many times he does. Look at Jennifer. I mean, come on. 3 vital behaviors. If we're not doing one of them, we're not going to be successful. And that soft sale is going to be gone. So awesome. But Jennifer, if you're willing to post maybe the script, I will also post the Caleb video. But maybe Jennifer could give a few, if you don't mind, Jennifer.
No,
just posting your paragraph that you're saying.
Yeah.
The back office, the invite process is very scripted, and you have to put your 2 cents in, you have to put your character in, you have to put your personality in, and that's just a general form. But bottom line is, we have to invite, we have to ask, we have to share, we have to find someone that may not ever reach out to us. And you know those people. I probably was that person. So
And
share.
can I say something?
Yeah.
Don't be afraid, because almost every person I invited never liked or commented on one Beachbody thing. And so many of them are interested. As soon as they get my message, so many of them, I had one person, I wasn't expecting it, and she messaged me back, definitely. You never commented or liked one single Beachbody post. I didn't say that, I'm thinking this. I'm like, oh, I was flirting. I'm like, okay, do you mind if I send you a couple videos you could check out and see what you think, and I'll get back to you? And you can't be afraid. I have friends, I have people, I used to go to a gym all the time, and there's people at the gym that I formed relationships with I haven't seen in a couple years. I know they're gym rats. I know they're at the gym. I have one girlfriend that goes to 3 different gyms and has a trainer, and I invited her. I haven't spoke to her in a year. I know how she is, and I invited her anyway. And I said, listen, she's like, well, I'm always looking for something new. And I said, I know you don't like to work out at home. She's like, yeah. She's like, but I always like to try something new. So you never know. You can't judge. So many people I never would have thought were interested are right now looking over, ask me for more information. Not that they're all going to say yes and bye, but they're interested and they want the information. They're not offended. They're not upset. It's nothing like that. I had that fear. I'm done with it. I'm over it. I invite 5 to 10 people a day, every day now. And that's what I do. And I'm constantly adding friends, and you have to keep adding friends and building relationships, because eventually you're going to run out of people. So I'm adding at least 2 to 5 friends a day, friend requesting. And, you can only do so much. So every day, I add friends. I build relationships with a few friends that I've added already. And I invite the people that I've been friends with for a while that I have some type of connection with, even if it's just that we're Facebook friends and we've been friends for a while. But there's people that I have people that haven't liked or commented on anything of mine, not even Beachbody, and they bought something. So you never know. Don't underestimate. Invite everybody. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid, because what is going to happen? They're going to say, no, I'm not interested right now. And you say, okay, well, I run challenge groups or accountability groups frequently. If you ever change your mind, let me know, and I'd love to explain it to you. And that's it. Honestly, it was like a weight off of my shoulders, because I was so nervous and so afraid. And all this time I could have been inviting, and now that I'm doing it, I actually enjoy it. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't scare me. So go for it. Start inviting. Yay.
Who else has questions? Awesome. Someone else has something.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Jennifer, how many have you gotten challenge packs versus coaches?
Versus coaches?
Have you gotten coaches?
I don't know if you guys realize, but I just started doing this a week ago. One week, and I did this, and all those green dots are people getting back to me that asked me for more information. All the highlighted are ones that I sold. Out of the challenge packs that I sold, one of them signed as a coach, and this is another thing. I wasn't giving everyone the opportunity to sign as a coach when they purchase challenge packs from me. I was one of my other fears, that I was afraid that they would think that I'm trying to get them to come into my pyramid scam. I get nervous that they're going to think like that. That's another thing that I'm over. And the coach that I signed this Monday that was worried about the price in the beginning, I got her on the phone, and that made a difference. We went from messaging on Facebook to I said, when she told me she was interested in the program and she wanted to do it, I said, can you call me? I was sitting in the parking lot at church while my son was in CCD. I got on the phone with her. Now, mind you, I have not seen this woman. Is she on the call, Desiree? I have not seen her in 10 years. I was at her wedding. That's the only time I ever met her, was at her wedding. Her husband was a childhood friend of my husband. We have no relationship whatsoever besides being friends. And I got her on the phone, and I just explained to her, I think it's fair that people should know they have the opportunity to save almost $30 a month on their Shakeology when they're buying a challenge pack. I was afraid to do this. I'm not afraid anymore. So I will update you guys what happens in the next month, that I am giving everybody the option to sign as a discount coach. And what I told her was, once I got her on the phone, I let her know, listen, I said, it doesn't matter to me either way. You can buy a challenge pack as a customer, and you will be getting your Shakeology monthly. It's $129.95 plus tax and $2 shipping. I said, you have the option only if you want to. You can sign as a coach for the discount. I said, thousands of people do it because they want to save the money. I said, you do not have to work the business at all. I said, but you never know. One day you may want to do it. I said, but if you want to do this and you tell me, Jennifer, I don't want to be a coach, I really just want the discount on the Shakeology, I'm fine with that. Just tell me up front that I don't want to coach. I said, let me know. I said, and I will not put you in any coaching groups. I won't add you to anything. You'll get something in the mail from Beachbody. You'll get an email. You could even throw it away, everything. I said, and you'll just get your discount every month. I said, if you want, I can add you to the groups and you could kind of watch what goes on and maybe you'll become interested. She said, add me to the groups. Let me see what it's like. She goes, I don't know that I'm going to do it right now, but I'll see what's going on and see what it's like. So this was somebody that bought a challenge pack for me on Monday, and she decided to go. She wanted the discount. She signed up as a coach, and it's great. I was kind of kicking myself because all these other customers that have bought challenge packs from me, I do have 8 coaches under me right now. But all these other people that I could have offered the discount to, and even some of them are my family members, and I didn't, and they're paying full price for their Shakeology. And you know what? It's not, yes, it does benefit us in a way, and it helps us rank advance. Of course, we want quality coaches working the business, but even discount coaches are beneficial to have, and there's nothing wrong with it, and there's nothing wrong with them saving. You figure with the tax and everything else, they're paying, it's got to be around $140 a month, right? It's $129.95 plus tax and $2 shipping, and they can have it. And I tell them, I said, you could pay that, or you can get it at coach price, and it's $116 a month for everything. Your shipping, and the Beachbody fee they charge you, the Shakeology, everything. It comes to even a few cents less than $116 a month. And I told her, I said, whatever you want to do. It doesn't make a difference to me. You can do coach price or you can do customer price. You let me know. And she signed up as a coach. So I'm going that route from now on. I'm giving everybody the option that buys a challenge pack, letting them know that they can save the money if you want. So we'll see what happens, because that's something new that I'm doing on a regular basis now that I wasn't doing before. Anybody?
I have a question.
Hi.
Hi, I just want to say, first off, thank you for all of your advice. I just signed up not too long ago. I'm pretty new at this. I have my own journey that I'm working on now with my weight loss. But I have a question. It's kind of off topic, but I want to know, how do you learn more about the business, and how do you network with other coaches so that when you do sign people up, you have teams that you can connect them with?
The best answer that I have for that is to do all the team calls, like these calls, all the calls, the bombshell calls, the Team Never Surrender calls. On Mondays, there's the wake up call. That's 11 o'clock every Monday. honestly, it's really important. I don't think everybody realizes how important the team calls are. I've learned so much from listening to other coaches. I have a binder, and every time I'm on a team call, I write down the coach that did the call and I take notes. And there's times I miss the 9 o'clock calls because I have a 6-year-old who happens to still be awake right now. But sometimes he gives me a hard time and I can't make it, but I do my very, very best to make every call that I can. And I'm upset when I can't make them. If I can't make it, I make sure I watch the recording. And I think that's really important, to be active in the Team Never Surrender group. And it's important to become friends with other coaches on our team on Facebook for support. But I also think that it's important not to get too wrapped up in the conversations with the coaches. And by this, I mean, if you're constantly talking to and commenting and liking and talking with coaches, you really should be focusing on doing that, building new relationships with new friends on Facebook that are potential customers. As great as it is, I've made some really great friends, and I love all the coaches on our team, and I've got great friends, and I still like and comment, but I was getting really caught up where I was kind of like going in circles where I was spending too much time talking to them and not enough time building my relationships with my friends on Facebook that could potentially be a customer. So I try to limit. It's great, and I have a lot of Facebook friends that are coaches, and I love them all, but I really try now to focus more on building the relationships with Facebook friends, and by going and liking and commenting and sending them a message. It's really important. And just keep your connections with all the team calls, and do as many as you can because they're really beneficial. And personal development every day. I know people don't realize how important it is. It's so important, and it makes a really, really big difference. Even if it's 10 minutes, even if something happened and you had 5 minutes and you read 5 pages really quick, it makes a big difference.
Definitely. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else? Trish?
Awesome call. Really great. I think really we forget that the 3 vital behaviors, one doesn't work without the other. And I'm the first to say, I will absolutely start this process. I've started already, thanks to you. It's scary, but once you get out of your own way, the scary makes you almost like stand taller, just like what you told me. You're like, I feel like I'm invincible here. So and every top coach says it. Bottom line, 3 vital behaviors. And you said that to me last week.
They say, they absolutely say. So many of them in the last month I have heard say, if you do not apply the 3 vital behaviors every day, be a product of the product, personal development, and invite, you will not succeed in this business. I've heard it said so many times, and I thought it was a little harsh, but I've heard so many of them say it now that I'm like, okay. And I was, I had my personal development book, and I would read it here and there, and I would go a week without reading it. And I started making the time and taking it with me in the car, and when my son is in CCD or we go to the park, and I could just sit there and read a few minutes, or at night when he's in bed, and it really does make a big difference. And you know what? I wasn't 2 weeks ago, or however, what was it, a week and a half ago that I called you, Trisha? Guys, I was down. I was feeling bad. I mean, I had a day that I was like on the borderline of being depressed, and that's not me. And it was all because my fear was holding me back from building my business. And once and reach out to people. Don't be afraid to talk to people. Don't be afraid, like even the big coaches, they're people too. I've reached out to Katie Ursa. I've talked to Caleb Thomas. I talked to Scotty Hobbs one time, and they might not get back to you like instantly, but they're people too. And don't be afraid to reach out, because, everybody's here to help each other. And don't be afraid, like coaches, it doesn't matter. All the coaches want everyone to succeed. Nobody's trying to be better than anybody else. And I'm all for helping anyone. I really saw the 360 with my business, and anyone that ever wants to like shoot me a message on Facebook and talk to me, I honestly don't mind at all. And that's what it's all about, helping each other out, right?
Awesome. Great call. It doesn't matter if you're a coach for 6 months or 6 years, you can learn from anyone. Find someone you connect with. It doesn't matter if they're your upline or your peer coach. Dana Wilson and I connected months ago. Find someone you connect with and feed off of them. Awesome. Great information. I will post the video. Jennifer, hopefully you will post maybe a little bit of your script.
Mm-hmm.
We always end a call with a call to action. Can I challenge everybody to invite 3 to 5 people tomorrow? Try it. What could they say? No, thank you. I'm good.
That's the worst.
Get out of your way, and who cares? And of course, you know me. I'm all about like, awesome. Allison Porter, right on. Canadian girl just invited 6. I love it. So, call to action. Let's go for it. 3 to 5 people. You all have hundreds of friends on Facebook. All you young girls, you have hundreds. Okay, so pick 3 to 5. Start with A. I always tell my team, tomorrow rather, go through your A's. B's, go through your B's. Start with A to Z and just literally invite. Don't worry about who you're inviting, who you're offending, who you think might be good for this product, good for this. Go with what Jennifer says and just go for it. Who cares? Build the relationship, start the conversation. She'll show you in a post, hopefully on the team.
I'll put it on as soon as we get off the call.
Yep. And I will also post the Caleb, the old school video, how he literally does it. And you can ask some of my fellow coaches. I've gotten into this voice message system lately from him. So we all want to hear each other's voice rather than just the typing. So awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having
me. It's recorded, so hopefully Ashley or Jose will post it in the page, and we'll post all the comments. But call to action tomorrow. Let's go for it. 3 to 5. What do we have to lose? A challenge pack? A new coach? So awesome. Yeah, the voice messages. All right. Good night, girls and guys. Have a great night. Good call. Thanks.
Thank
Good
you.
night.